If you're a Washington Commanders fan and want to know everything about the team's next steps, stay with me until the end of this video because today's discussion is crucial for the immediate future of our defense. Throughout the last season, it became clear that the coaching staff is focused on improving all areas, but there is a specific concern that is affecting all of us: the need to strengthen our middle linebackers. Before diving into the details, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and comment on which position you think most urgently needs reinforcement. Help our community grow even more. Speaking honestly as a fan, recent moves, both big and small, have been encouraging. The new cycle, led by the current staff, has shown they're willing to make changes wherever necessary to achieve better results. Even so, with all these changes, we can't ignore the urgent need we still see in the middle linebacker group. The expectation is that actions in this regard will occur only around the start of training, by the end of July, so it's a hot topic to follow closely over the coming weeks. According to Aaron Schatz, a highly respected ESPN analyst, the team should look for at least one or two more veterans to strengthen the group of middle linebackers. He pointed out that the base defense of the Commanders was used sparingly in 2024, about 13% of snaps. But even so, the position's depth leaves much to be desired. This detail makes all the difference in a long season, especially when we remember that injuries happen and can derail all planning. I sincerely hope the management is attentive to this scenario because experience matters a lot in decisive games. Currently, the sector includes Frankie Luvu and veteran Bobby Wagner as starters. Wagner, in fact, has already reached 34 years old, and as much as he is an uncontested leader, he won't be able to play at a high level for many more seasons. Behind them, we have only reserves from last year's draft: Dominique Hampton, who hasn't even played in the defense, and Jordan Magee, who totaled only 15 defensive snaps. Then there's the newcomer Kayin Medrano, picked only in the 6th round this year. This shows how much the roster lacks experienced and prepared names ready to take on a leading role if needed. The coaching staff's current gamble seems to be giving Medrano a real chance to develop and possibly take on the third linebacker spot, helping form a trio with Luvu and Wagner. On the other hand, there's a common concern that if Medrano doesn't progress enough, a solution will have to be sought in the next draft, which would indicate that middle linebacker will remain a priority in upcoming classes. From my perspective, it's crucial not to put everything on a 6th round rookie, especially given the physical demands of the NFL schedule. While these decisions aren't made, Medrano and all the new roster faces are participating in the rookie minicamp, taking place this week at the team's facilities. It's at this event that they'll showcase their skills, try to catch the eye, and, of course, leave a good impression on the coaches and fans like us. Now, this video is the kind that promises to stir the hearts of those anticipating big changes for the 2025 season. If you're someone who always wants to know everything before everyone else, stay until the end because the upcoming updates about the roster could be decisive for our chances of going far in the playoffs. Now, if you're not subscribed yet, hit the button, activate the bell, and comment. Would you welcome Jadeveon Clowney to our team? It would be great to have your participation and opinion. Here's the situation. Everyone following the NFL knows that one of the most crucial areas for a team aiming high is the pass rush. Since the end of last season, we fans have felt the absence of a dominant presence at the edge of the line, someone capable of pressuring opposing quarterbacks and changing the course of games. Adam Peters, our general manager, has been patient in observing the market. However, with the surprising release of Jadeveon Clowney by the Panthers, the game's cards may have been reshuffled completely. Clowney was the one draft pick, and he started his career with huge expectations. Even though many believe he hasn't reached his full potential, there's no doubt that he's maintained a high standard of performance. Last season, despite facing several challenges in Carolina and playing with a defense riddled with injuries, he managed to show his worth, which for me, as a fan, signals commitment. And from the way he expressed himself after being released, it's clear he still has a strong desire to prove himself on the field. Right after leaving Carolina, Clowney sent out a message to the entire league, making his desire to continue playing at a high level very clear no matter which team he ends up with. In his words, he highlighted his resilience, experience, and particularly the confidence that he can be useful in any situation. He mentioned that even without the support he would have liked, he tried to give his best, playing an important leadership role in the locker room and being an example for younger colleagues. This, honestly, could be exactly what's missing in Washington to further unite the roster and bring that energy of someone who wants to win at any cost. What touched me and many Commanders fans is precisely Clowney's almost emotional appeal for a new opportunity. When an athlete of this caliber faces the future with such humility and perseverance, it only reinforces the idea that he can deliver results here. And there's more. With Dante Fowler Jr.'s departure to the Dallas Cowboys, the defensive line is even more in need of players ready to take on responsibility, especially in big games that require firepower at decisive moments. Of course, Everything depends on a very careful analysis by Adam Peters and his team. Even with all of Clowney's experience and quality, management will consider his physical condition, tactical fit in the current system, and impact in the locker room. Experts predict that the player, upon arrival, would assume a role similar to that of a defensive end in the 4-3 formation, bringing solidity to the sector and assisting in rotation with other young players seeking opportunities. The advantage is that Jadavion knows how to operate in various defensive schemes and can quickly adapt to Dan Quinn's commands. Another important point is that Clowney, besides enhancing the defense, would serve as a mentor to a generation still gaining experience. At various clubs he's passed through, he managed to maintain a consistent standard even when changing systems and coaches. Not many players can do that, and in our current situation, having someone versatile like him could be the difference in a long campaign full of highs and lows. Just imagining the impact in training and behind the scenes already gets me excited about the possibilities of tactical evolution. From a strategic standpoint, Clowney's arrival could be a quick and intelligent response to the departure of key pieces and the ongoing quest for greater competitiveness. With playoffs becoming increasingly contested and games decided by the slightest details, any significant reinforcement tends to make a difference. For all these reasons, don't be surprised if Adam Peters acts decisively during this offseason, because the opportunity scenario is perfect and the pressure from the fans, including mine, is only growing. Imagine witnessing the emergence of the new star who could transform our team's defense in the upcoming season right before our eyes. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. So don't go anywhere, because this news promises to impact those who truly follow the franchise's rebuilding. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and leave your comment about which rookie you believe will surprise, because your opinion is very important for us to keep bringing hot and reliable information. Many experts are saying that when we look back, the Commanders' 2024 draft class will be remembered as a turning point for the team. Jayden Daniels, our quarterback, who has already won the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, is the main name of this group, but the most exciting part is that he's not alone in this renewal. Other young players have shown their worth and are gradually forming the backbone of a stronger and more promising roster that will surely bring us a lot of joy. Among the names that stood out over the last season are Brandon Coleman as left tackle, Mike St. Ristel in the secondary, as well as talents in various sectors like Newton on the defensive line, McCaffrey as wide receiver, Sinnott at tight end, McGee in the linebacker core, and Jean-Baptiste in the pass rush. All of them were starters at some point last year, demonstrating the team's commitment to investing and developing its base. As a fan, it's fantastic to watch this new generation gaining space and showing more desire to win with each passing week. Now, the one truly catching attention is Newton, our 22-year-old defender. Analyst Jonathan Macri from PFF believes he is the perfect candidate to break out in 2025. According to Macri, Newton showed flashes of his potential during his rookie year, even with a limited number of snaps. Now, with the departure of veteran Jonathan Allen, the door is open for Newton to secure a starting position and prove why he was chosen in the second round of the draft, showcasing his evolution and ability to become a key piece in Washington's defense. Last season already offered encouraging signs regarding Newton's future. He started in 11 games, taking advantage of the opportunity while Allen was recovering from an injury. He recorded 44 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 pass deflection. These numbers are quite impressive for a rookie, especially considering the strength of the NFC schedule we faced and the adaptation challenges in the first year. What's most interesting is realizing how confident the Commanders' management is that Newton can form a solid duo with Payne at the center of the defensive line. Expectations are high that this partnership will bring more stability against the run game and increase the pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Knowing this, fans can't help but foster the hope of seeing a balanced and consistent defense to support the decisive games in the second half of the season. I, for one, am keenly anticipating witnessing this evolution and seeing Newton become a reference for the rookies who are yet to come.